Okay, welcome back. Not a gamer here, and I have another exciting settlement to show you. I had a really good time making the last one, doing the Outpost Zamonja settlement. That one took quite a bit of time for me to do, but this one I've been actually working on before the last one, and I've been spending quite a few hours and weeks and months, almost it feels like, really trying to get the detail down. I think that's what I've noticed about some of the other settlements on YouTube that I like a lot. They're not just impressive from the build, they're impressive because of the extensive detail they go in to make it look like it's a place that's actually lived in, like it's a real place in the real world. So that's my goal for today, and I hope you guys like it. So without further ado, this is my Oberland Station build. And so this is one of the first settlements, I believed, that I found when first starting the game. One of the first ones that Preston Garvey gives you. And so you have this, obviously, this railroad track that is a path that a lot of the traders go down, and it goes to a lot of different main areas on the map. So I thought, what better place to put a shop slash hotel slash bar slash restaurant slash anything you can really think of that you would need along your travels. And so that's basically what this place is. It's sort of a place to go for people who have been traveling and need a place to stop and just kind of cool down, and also important for other reasons, and we'll get into as we go in. So we come in, and as I noted on the last one, the placement of the flags is significant. Having the American flag on the left and the Minuteman one on the right still denotes that this isn't just a Minuteman protected settlement, but this settlement is basically an official part of the rebuilding of America. And so we want that to be really clear as you come in. Obviously, we have our posts for our guards for making sure that everyone is safe coming in. And then as you come in and make the walk, we're being led down here, obviously. We have some signs kind of, again, hinting at to some of the things and services you can expect while coming into the settlement. And as we come up, we'll do a little 360 so you can see that there is going to be quite a bit in here that we will be taking a look at. So the first thing we have is a place for people to make their food. So we have free stations for people to come in if they have their own food already, or if they buy some, they can come in here, they can prepare it, they can use some tools, or you can just get followed because you got nothing better to do. So yeah, you can come and heat your stuff. And it was really important that we do have shops, we do have ways of making money, but we wanted as many free services as possible so that we can really have that community feel, and not charging people for every, not nickeling and diming for everything, but just having as many amenities as possible. So if you wanted to come in and just kind of cook some of your own food, you can do that and then take off. No pressure either way. So we have some fish hanging from the racks here. We all know where that comes from on the map. And obviously, some deliveries are being made here so people can buy that and they can have it prepared for them, or they can prepare it here. And they can buy basically anything that they need to buy. Put up some little signs here so it becomes, pretty clear what it is that you can buy. Got a bunch of junk, basically anything you can find amongst the Commonwealth, anything you need for fighting or for armor or for clothing or for, whatever it is you may need, you can buy here at the store. Having some propos up, just again, getting the right mindset for everyone who comes by, and just a little encouragement like, hey, the more you buy, maybe the stronger you'll be and the greater chance you'll have at survival. So that's totally ethical marketing, right? Obviously, we'll have a little clinic here. Not so much something you can do for, extensive procedures or checkups, but just to make sure you can get your basic things. And I know it's kind of small, but I really just like this little area right here. It just looks really comfortable because this is where the barber is at. And so you can come here, you can obviously, get your hair did and, put your umbrella in. We got a clock, we got a place for you to put your hats, and a little bit more subliminal messaging. And yeah, just kind of like this area. I feel like if I were in this settlement, I would come hang out here and just like chat, and just like hang out with the people who are getting their hair cut and the barber, and just kind of look out on the view and, tell a bunch of stories and just have a good time. And that's kind of what this, kind of the whole idea of everything is about in the first place. So let's go back to the other side now, real quick. Yeah, if you come up here, we just have two more guard stations. Kind of the same thing we saw on the other side, where yeah, we have guards, we got some turrets, and we have some Minuteman flags. I know we don't have the one on the left here. On the right, I made a big deal about being specific about that. I goofed, I messed up. These actually aren't supposed to be here in the first place, at least not these kinds. So it's just, you didn't see that, never mind. That didn't happen at all. So I'm glad this guy's here because this is where he's supposed to be. The last one had trouble with people being in the spots they were supposed to be in. But here is the check-in station. Now, we saw this in the last post. I'm sorry, we saw this in the last settlement also. This is important because this will be at every single settlement that is part of the rebuilding of America, where you'll have someone who will check you in. He's also a guard, just in case. And he will come into the check-in station here. And just like we had at the last one, why is this floating in the air? Well, okay, you get the idea though. There's a camera, there's a typewriter, and there is a radio that's connected to the Minuteman station. And that's to, get some information on the person. They sign a contract saying they're going to abide by the rules. We take a photo of them, we file their info, and then we load it to the Minutemen database, just like we did in the last one. So trying to keep that consistency here. And as you come in, this is another area where you're going to see a lot of free things for you to come in to be able to use a chemistry station, for you to, be able to work on your armor, to be able to work on your weapons, or if you have, some bigger machinery. Again, if you're just traveling through and want to be able to work on some stuff and hang out with some people and head out, that's totally fine. If you want to buy some things, we have some options for that over here. Or if you want to go in, you can do so as a visitor, or you can obviously sign up to be a settler by going through the check-in station here. But let us now get to the main area. This is, I think, definitely one of my favorite ones to do. Obviously, when you come in, when you first see the settlement, all you have is this structure here, and then you have some crops here in the middle. And so I added quite a little bit just to really liven it up. Since this is also the one that I technically got to first, I wanted to, make it seem like it's been lived in for a little while longer. I got this mod from Andrew CX, having these trees with the autumn leaves. I thought it was just beautiful, especially having it right here in the center. Just sort of really complements what's going on here with the settlement and the shape of it, having everything squared off. And I just think that really looks nice. So we'll go up here so we can get a better view of everything. And as you come up, and now we're trying to get away from work completely. So now this is about where you can come up and relax. So we have a bar area right up here, and wanted to really go in detail here to really make sure that it actually works. We have drinks here that you can order. And my idea here is that this was a sink. I don't know if that's actually what it is, but it kind of looks like a sink and an ice maker. So that's what we're going with. You can get some water. You can buy some other simple stuff. You can buy some pie. And just some signage here so you know what's going on. And yeah, I like this little area. Putting up some lights, just kind of making it look nice and relaxed, and just so you don't really have to think about work at all. And then on the other side, basically a restaurant. So when you get your food from here or from the other side, which you'll see there's some options for that, you can come up here and sit down and hang out and eat your food. There's usually some people up here. I'm surprised they aren't right now, but yeah, I wanted to make sure that, again, there's people, they eat and they don't put their stuff back because, why bother? You've had a long day, you shouldn't have to clean up after yourself, I guess. But yeah, this is a nice place to hang out and overlook, the garden, overlook the beautiful settlement that you live at. Yeah, this one was pretty fun. And we'll go in there in just a little bit, but this is a little area you can come hang out, listen to some music, dance, whatever seems fun. This is where the food will be prepared. When people come in with shipments and they are dropping stuff off, we'll have them drop it off here. Any cooking equipment, anything you might need to be able to prepare food for the restaurant that we just went by, they can come in prepared in this kitchen, which is, a little bit more advanced than the ones you're going to see in the settlement for the most part. So they really enjoy using this here. Now, I'm not sure if I really showed you the tower that we have. Let me climb down here real quick. So yeah, we have a tower up here, kind of a lookout tower. So that's where we're going right now. And this is probably what I spent the most time on. It's not necessarily going to seem like it. But again, I just wanted to make sure there was enough detail here to make it look realistic. So I didn't want to just have like an empty floor and then a staircase going up. So I put in a little bit up here to really make it seem like, there's actually stuff going on. Because if you're a guard, you obviously need to make sure that you have equipment, that you have bullets, that you can have a database that you can type in any findings, any reports, anything that might have happened. Any extra guns, especially if something happens right here, you have a gun that you can get to real quick, or that you can take up with you upstairs. So it was really important to me to make sure that, what are the things that actually make sense that they would have, having a rug here so that they don't damage the floor when they're, wheeling this thing in and out, or whatever the case may be. Just trying to, really fill it up to make it look like it's, somewhat real. And then you come up here, and then we have our guard station. Obviously, these two ladies are in charge of, keeping a lookout on anything that might be coming up on the horizon, or getting just a bird's eye view on any enemies that may come in, to be able to get, that advantage in a shootout of that sort. And you might notice that we don't see a lot of turrets around here. They're there, but we'll get to that. So again, some areas here to have a bunch of ammo, a bunch of guns, whatever it is that you need, so you don't run out. Obviously, if someone gets hurt, you have some remedies for that. And they shouldn't be doing that, but that's cool. I'm not going to tell. And just an area for them to relax if there's someone who's, on duty and someone who's not, or if anyone just wants to come up here and keep them company, they can do that as well. Again, trying to keep a nice, relaxed vibe. And of course, they're reading, is that Guns and Bullets? What is that? That is Guns and Bullets. Of course they'd be reading that because they're guards. All right, let's head down. You coming, dog meat? All right, let's go. Heading back down. So obviously we had a restaurant over here, and now this is really for the public though. So this is if you're just coming in and through your travels, you want to just come hang out. We got some food, we got some drinks, you can chill, you can kind of hang out with some people, but that's it. That's kind of where your area runs out. Now for the settlers, we want to have an extra special location for them to come and have a grand old time. So enter to the Courthouse is what we're calling it, and you'll see why I named that name in a little bit. We've got a sign out here to make sure obviously, hey, this is where all the action's happening. This is the cool spot. And why is it getting dark? It is getting quite a bit dark, and that's going to ruin some things that I wanted to show you. So I might have to do something to make it not so dark anymore. But there we go. All right, see, that's a mod I had to make it look light, like just by doing that with the camera. I can't do it quick again because it'll, anyway. So yeah, here's the Courthouse. Actually, we're gonna wait to go in because now that I have the lighting that I wanted. Actually, the hype was not necessary. I just really like this little path here. Adding some, taro flowers, is that what you call them? Tatos, moot fruit, that was totally off. But just kind of adding this little path here. I just really like this. Just kind of how the wood is sort of, embedded into the dirt here, and the path is lined with the flowers, and it kind of veers off. It looks like something real that they would just put down some wood planks just to sort of, add to the traction, and they can come down here to where everybody sleeps at. Actually, not everybody, just some of the people. So you come in here, you have like a nice little area to kind of, read a book and just sort of, relax here and play some chess with some friends, some pictures that can remind you of, what life can be like. A place, now again, so we don't necessarily have private rooms yet, although we're trying to get as close to it as possible. So we have 2 beds per room, and you kind of, and really you can kind of see the personalization in each of these rooms. So obviously, one of the guards lives here. If you look at the guards, you'll see that they're all wearing these army fatigues and or a helmet, depending on the kind. So you come in, so this person, has, some stuff and some magazines here. This person, has some weights and just some, different things that kind of expresses, who they are and what they like to collect, especially. And we have some, clothes here that, people obviously get changed and that sort of thing and here when they can. We have another room, again, people having some more, personal stuff. Different pictures in every room for the most part. Some stuff will be the same. Everyone will have like bats or a place to put their umbrella for protection or for, if they want to go out and stay dry, obviously. And going into another room here, you can again see some of the personalization. You can kind of take a guess what this person does. You have another army fatigue and a helmet. And they're obviously very obsessed with the Minutemen and just kind of army stuff in general. They have the laser musket that all the Minutemen have, and the flag in their room, and Guns and Bullets magazines, and a little magazine about love. So maybe this person is a little lonely, who knows. But I try to, again, make this as personalized as I can. This person's obviously very obsessed with it. Are they part of the Minutemen? Well, no, because not just by the fact that they're here, but what do all Minutemen have? First of all, that is not the outfit that they have, and there's no hat. They don't have that the hat that the Minutemen wear. So again, they're something that they're interested in, something that they're aspiring towards, but not necessarily where they are at yet. Sleeping next to a person that doesn't have any sort of decorations or customizations, you can see how that could probably be a little bit annoying. And it's okay, we will go out of here and go back up to this beautiful little path that I created. Out of all the things I did, it's just this path that I really come back to. It's something that I really like. Before we go in, we'll kind of show some of the congruency with the gardening too. Again, I wanted everything to make sense. So you have people, obviously, we have, do you guys call it tato plant or tato plant? Maybe it's tato because it's like a tomato, I'm not sure. And they have the moot fruit, and we have corn, obviously. And we have a bathroom. Not related, but I was in the area, so I just wanted to make sure you guys knew I put that here. And so, okay, obviously you garden, you get the fruit, and then what we're going to do is that they are going to put it all in these baskets. So we have baskets that have specifically the moot fruit and the corn and the carrots, because we do have carrots over here. Yep, that's what we have. We got carrots all down here, if you can kind of see that. And so these are the actual vegetables that people, that we're actually gardening here. We collect it, and then we bring it into the kitchen that we just went up to at the just a little bit ago, up here in the kitchen. You come in here, and they actually take those vegetables and they use it for cooking. I'm having some problems with stuff falling through items, but just trust me, here's where they take them, and here's where they make some stuff with them. Then as we come into here, we'll also see a bit where those vegetables go. But first, this is where we really just come in to hang out. We know we got pool here, obviously. We got TV. It's pretty much just that one channel. But hey, don't complain. This red carpet will lead you somewhere important, but we'll get to that in just a minute. But just wanted to make a really cool area for people to come and hang out and chill, listen to some music. We got some tables here, set ready to go for people to come in when they are ready. And yeah, really just had a good time making this. Again, just seemed like a place that you would want to just come in and relax. We had that Creation Club thing that came out just a little bit ago, so it's nice to have a coffee maker for people to use coming here in the morning and make some coffee and get some donuts, whatever it is that you need. So basically the way it would come up is that we saw those vegetable baskets out there. You'll have vegetables right there, which is where they'll come in and put them as part of the meals that are being prepared. Obviously a bar or a place you can come and order some food. And what do you know? Some of those same vegetables. Am I about to crash here? I'm probably about to crash. I'm gonna save it real quick. Okay, I think I'm still here. I think I might have just been stopping because what is up with dog meat? You saw how that kind of like looks like it's about to crash. I didn't just stop. It looked like everything was. That's a little worrisome. There's a lot in the settlement, so it wouldn't be too surprising. But anyways, there's where you can come, get some food. Obviously, there's trays, silverware, so you can come and put your food on the tray. Come and here and chill out and eat, and put it back afterwards, and they'll get all cleaned up. And we'll go upstairs real quick. I know you want to see where the red carpet leads to. We will get there, I promise. So yeah, going upstairs. So as you come up, this is going to be more residence quarters. So just like the other place had in the entrance, a place for for you to read and be able to just come and relax. We have that here as well. We have some storage, and then again some more bedrooms. And again, we'll see a little bit of personalization in each one, noting that they're all just a little bit different. Every person is an individual, being with likes and interests, and they're not all just nameless, settlers. Again, a place for people to just kind of, relax after the day. The more this doesn't seem like a place of work or of survival or of just being too grungy. That's sort of what the goal is. You got one more bedroom in here. Got a little more flowery. Got some people who just like that sort of decor. They got a safe. They got some stuff, but I shouldn't look in there. Oh, there's a little bit in there. Okay, got you. And a place for them to come do some work if they feel up to it, and some leftover food that, from the night before if they want to come eat that. And then just a nice another area for them to come, chill out and enjoy the beautiful view that you have up here from the top. Some people like to do art, so you know we have some painting for you to be able to do that. It almost looks like they're painting. Well, that's clearly not here at all, but all right, let's head back down. So, where was that red carpet leading to? It's leading to that building. So we'll get there in just a little bit. Heading back down. Okay, so now as we talked, I alluded to this a little bit on the last build, and this is the kind of the whole concept of the rebuilding of America and how every settlement will be keeping with that theme. Okay. And so this is not just a settlement for people and travelers to come into. As I talked about, every settlement will have their own settlement representatives that will be a part of this growing government so that every settlement has a voice. But settlements will be clustered into states. So about 3 to 5 settlements in a cluster will be part of what I'm calling a settlement state. And so every settlement state will also have basically its own, governor's office, for lack of a better word, where different settlers can come from the settlements in that cluster and voice any concerns and ask for, laws to be changed, or, grievances, or for elections, or whatever the case may be. So we have all this for the public, but what's going on here is going to be essentially the capital for this settlement state. And so again, you have the flags denoting that this is the purpose for this room, and this light will be one that will come on when there's court in session. And so to be able to make sure people know not to come out, because the uses will be sort of twofold, but we'll get into that. So you come down here. This will be a mailbox for people to, send in, messages, concerns, whatever it is that they want their public officials to know. And you'll come down here, and this will be the courthouse itself for this settlement state. And so we'll come in and have seats for the public to be able to listen in. We'll have the people who are, meeting with the officials, and this is where they'll be. Now, the number of seats is important too. Again, stuff is falling through the floors. I'm not exactly sure how this is happening. That was supposed to be up there, but if anyone knows, please let me know in the comments, because that's really bothering me. So yeah, the number of seats is important. I'll do a video so that the math is understood and how exactly this all works is understood. But I mean, to be super simple, every settlement will have a representative, and then every state will have 2 representatives for that state. And so depending on how many settlements are in that state and how many representatives they have, that's the number of people who will be on this side listening to the people from their state and be able to help them out in any way that they can. So again, I'm going to have a lot more information about this. I'm going to be doing a whole separate video about this, and I think it's pretty interesting because it's sort of my take on how things are going to go. I'll give you one little bit here. There is no governor of a state, okay? The government for a state is going to be made up of the settlement representatives, so 1 from each state, okay? And from the state representatives, 2 from each state. So those 5 to 7, depending again on how many settlements are in that cluster, will be the governors. And so that way you don't have just one man, one woman, one person making the decisions for everybody. You have to get agreement amongst, a few different people, all of the representatives basically, so that you do something that is more likely to make everyone happy and not just concentrate the power within one person. And so again, I'll have a video going over that stuff in more detail. Okay, so now up to this part. So this is roped off right now, but this is basically going to be the place where the settlement representatives will stay, and also will double as a hotel when things are not in session. So we have rooms up here for them to be able to relax in while they're staying up here, obviously keeping everything very government focused, so they stay focused. So you can come in and everyone has their own room. Okay, they'll have a bed, they'll put their suitcase down here, a desk, and just kind of an area for them to keep their belongings while they're here. And I didn't mean to close that door. I was supposed to be outside before I closed it. Yep, coming out. All right. And man, it's getting dark really quick. I didn't think I was spending that much time in here, but anyway, so yeah, every single one of these rooms is decorated with basically the same concept, so that they can come in here and have their own room and focus on the important tasks that they have. And again, an area for them to study up. It's important for them to stay educated for obvious reasons. And yeah, this will be a place for them to confer in the evenings, you know, when things aren't, you know, when court isn't officially in session, but for them to be able to talk amongst themselves and, you know, think of what they're going to do and, you know, hash out any problems or, you know, talk about, you know, how they're going to be able to, you know, make all things good again. And that is that for the most part. And I just wanted to show you one more thing, is if we go back outside. Now, again, as I mentioned in the last video, it's very important for me to make everything not seem so survival based. And obviously it is. You have to keep people safe. But you don't really see a lot of turrets around. They're there. Maybe you spotted a few as we've been going around. But basically what we have is turrets kind of hidden amongst, you know, inside of the pillars, inside of the buildings. And even better, we have some, I don't know if you can really see them, but underneath some of these bushes, underneath the building. There's one that you can see a little bit more easily. So that way they're there, but at the same time, they're kind of hidden from view. So that way, you know, if something happens, if some stuff goes down, we're still protected. We have some up there as well. We're still protected, but we don't have to think about it all the time. You don't have to hear it all the time. You don't have to be constantly reminded that, you know, you're in potential danger. So even if as you come through here at the bottom, don't be messing around, right? Don't be thinking that it's cool for you to, you know, sneak up on us, because we have turrets everywhere. And no matter where you're at, you know, we'll have a way of getting to you. Even if you're trying to sneak in through here, well, here's a little corner. Maybe no one's really looking, but pop, there's another turret. It's going to be looking right at you, and obviously a guard station right up here. So trying to have all of our bases covered, so no matter where you're at in the settlement, it is both beautiful and safe at the same time. So that is what I have for you today. I really appreciate you guys watching the video and seeing what I've been making. I've been really having a good time designing these settlements and really going into detail to really make sure they're worthy of you know, sharing and putting out there. So I'd love to get your thoughts. I'd love to know if you'd like the direction that I'm going in. Like I said, I have some more videos that I'm planning on making and some more settlements that I'd love to share with you guys. They're a little bit more ambitious. And so it's going to probably take some time, but if you guys are liking the videos, I will keep going with them. And I think I probably will, if not the next video, the one afterwards. I'm going to go into detail about exactly what I'm referring to with this whole rebuilding of America idea and exactly what my ideas are for how that government would work. And so I'll go over, you know, bullet point by bullet point, you know, what that system is. And that's going to be a fun one, because that's the one I really want you guys to comment on and see, would you change anything? Would you live in that settlement? Would you agree to those rules? And I just think it's a fascinating conversation to have, because that's basically what the theme of Fallout forces you to do. It's a post-apocalyptic situation. Obviously, things didn't work out, and you have to try to make things work out again. So until next time, Not a Gamer here, and hope you guys liked the settlement. If you did, go ahead and give it a like. And if you like what I'm doing, would love it if you subscribed and to get notifications of some more videos I'll have coming up soon. So thanks again, guys. We'll talk soon.